What is a cover letter for PR application and how to write one? What are the factors or what are the sections it should include? If you are planning to apply for Singapore PR and if you are doing any research on this topic, you must have definitely come across this term cover letter for PR application. And what is happening, every professional firm that helps people to file their permanent residency applications in Singapore, they bestow this cover letter and they talk a lot about it. So it is becoming a kind of confusion for many people doing application on their own as to what this letter is, what it should include, and what are the factors they should keep it in mind while drafting one. So this term has become really famous in last few years, and maybe 4 or 5 years back nobody used to talk about this. Now this video is slightly longer, but what I have done is I have created a timeline below in this YouTube video. So if you look at the playback thing there, it is divided into sections, and if you want to refer to a specific section, then you can easily do so. So let's move ahead, and first let's understand what is the concept of cover letter. So the concept of cover letter actually originated in recruitment industry. It is not a term which is really coming from the PR application itself. Let's presume that you want to apply for a job and you have seen a role which is quite attractive and you really want to get that job for your career progress. Will you send your CV which looks like this example which I have shown here, or will you send a CV something like this? So if you see the example 1 only lists the employment details, qualification, skills and the contact details. Whereas the example 2 seems to be graphically rich, divided into various sections and written to the point kind of CV along with a cover letter at the end. So as you see here, we have this cover letter. Obviously, I guess your choice is going to be the CV type of 2. And why you want to do so is because you want to have high chances of getting that job. Obviously, if you send the CV as shown in example 1, your chances are going to be limited. So that is exactly is a concept of a properly designed CV with a cover letter. And when it comes to the PR application, role of a CV plus cover letter is taken by the cover letter that we prepare in this PR application. So it is not just a cover letter, but it also covers some other aspects of your career. It helps to identify or highlight specific points which you want immigration officer to take into consideration so that the chances are improved. In a way, when it comes to applying for Singapore PR, a cover letter is your chance to make a favorable first impression in the mind of the reviewing officer and making it an essential part of your application. So, when a properly written cover letter is presented to the immigration officer along with supporting documents, the immigration officer's view about you is likely to be favorable because all the factors that you wanted to highlight will be summarized in that letter. So, moving on to the next slide, then, what are the benefits of cover letter in PR application? So, the first benefit is that cover letter can explain additional strengths. For example, nowadays many people take special steps for PR application, like they do some voluntary service, some may do blood donation, some do some donations in monetary form. So all these factors can be highlighted in the cover letter as your additional strength. Cover letter can draw attention to specific facts or performances. Maybe in your company you were successful in running some project spectacularly, or maybe you have got some company award. All those factors can be highlighted here. Cover letter can explain specific circumstances in your PR application. So there can be some circumstances specific to you which are not career related but which are relevant. For example, you have your extended family, maybe your uncle and aunts and cousins are already settled in Singapore. And because they are settled in Singapore, if you apply for PR, it will be considered in a favorable manner because ICA thinks that since your extended family is already in Singapore and settled, it will be easier for you to integrate in this society. And also, you will have some additional incentive to make efforts to integrate here. So, these kind of points can be added over here. Now, since people take so many steps to improve their profile and do lot of voluntary work and donations and all that, and they want to add all these details to their application form, cover letter can be used to streamline attention flow of ICA agent to all these documents and forms. For example, suppose you are attaching testimonials in your PR application. Maybe you have another 3 or 4 donation records. Maybe you have some other records of awards and everything. So it might result into a bunch of 15 to 20 documents which you are sending addition to the minimum asked by ICA. So what you can do in that case, in the cover letter on the last page, you can create a document checklist or annexure where you can number each document clearly, explain what it is and the purpose of it. So when this entire pack goes to the immigration officer, it is very easy for them to understand and put the right document at the right place. And lastly, cover letter will help you to clearly convey a message. So here you are trying to drive a message to ICA that you are capable, you are willing to integrate into Singapore society and you are ready to take whatever efforts are required, and therefore your application should be considered in a positive manner. So don't make a mistake of considering cover letter is just a formality. Do not take an also run view towards it. It is your opportunity to sum up your achievements and professional life and show ICA why you will be a valuable asset to the Singapore society. Now moving on to the next slide now, what should be the cover letter include? Or what should be the contents of the cover letter? Now this is one of the most difficult topic because it cannot be explained like this. It entirely depends on your personal circumstances and it needs to be designed specifically for you. Which sections you include and what should be the length of those sections also depends upon how many how many incidences you have to highlight and what kind of contributions you have made. So there is no one size fits for all. But I can generally tell that your cover letter should be designed into following 5 sections. So the first section is of introduction. The introduction is the opening part of your cover letter where briefly you will introduce yourself, your background, maybe your family background if you are applying with your family, and then what job you do, what role you do, and a paragraph should cover everything of this. The next will be your career progression and professional achievement. So here you will try to highlight what achievements you have made in your career, how you have progressed and how you are valuable in the society. The next section is of social contributions. So here you will try to highlight if you have done any social contributions, donations, achievements, voluntary work, anything of that sort that you should summarize here. If there are any other relevant factors which are not related to your profession or social contribution, then that you should include it over here. So other relevant factors, as I said, for example, your extended family is already staying in Singapore, your uncle and aunts. So that is a positive factor. Another relevant factor can be that in addition to your work, you are some kind of sports person. Maybe you play chess very well or you have won some medals in running. So all those factors can be summarized here for the consideration of ICA officers. And the last part should be summary. So in summary, you will try to summarize the entire content what you have previously written and you will make a statement that please consider this application in a favorable manner because of all these factors. There can be one more part to this letter and that can be annexure. So as I have said, if you have many documents to attach, you can use cover letter, last page to summarize all these details and give a clear picture to the immigration officer as to what documents are attached. Now, here are some tips, and do not make these mistakes in your writing of cover letter. Cover letter you should really write professionally. And the first mistake some people do is they consider it to be a sales speech. So it is not a sales speech. Do not try to hard sell yourself. You are not selling yourself in this process. You are writing to a government agency. So write it in a professional and to the point manner and be respectful to whoever you are writing. Do not be arrogant about your achievements. Sometimes what happens, some people write opening para of the letter like a PhD graduate from Stanford University is seeking help from ICA for getting his PR approved. Don't start this kind of tactics. The next point is use professional language. Do not use the terms which are not normally used in professional environment. For example, sometimes people call themselves to be ninja worker or they call their personality to be bubbly personality. Now don't use these kind of words in this letter. Similarly, don't use a too much flowery language. So you see here, the game was spectacularly wonderful. I didn't score the defining goal, but I did manage dexterously to pass the ball to my amazingly talented teammate. So as you see, there is a significant density of these flowery words, and this actually undermines the importance of the letter. What you want to do is write in a plain, clear, and concise manner. The next point to remember is ICA officers has a limited time. See, every day ICA processes 300 to 400 PR applications. Now, I don't know how much staff strength they have, but even if they have enough staff, I guess it is going to be quite heavy workload for those officers. So try to make everything compact, concise, and clear. Don't confuse by giving unnecessary documents. Do not write unnecessary material in the cover letter. The next point is you should talk about integration also. What mistake most of the people do is they only talk about their achievements, how great they were, and how they have done great work in their company or in their organization or maybe even in their academic life. But that's not the point. Government also wants to know whether you are ready to integrate and be part of Singapore society because that is the basic purpose of immigration. You might be the most talented person in your domain, but if you are not likely to stay after few years, then what's the point of giving you PR? So your letter to some extent must be directed to this social assimilation also. The next point is keep enough white space. So you don't want to write it like a book where there is very limited white space. The matter should be organized well and it should not give a feeling of overwhelming material to the reader. The next point is organize using headings and subheadings. Now, if some of the section you have a lot of material, let's say your academic achievements were significant and you want to highlight that, then you can do so. But for that, then use headlines and subheadings if possible. That will organize the material in a readable manner. Do not repeat your material unnecessarily. Some people have a habit. Some of their achievements are very close to their heart and they keep on repeating it again and again. But you are after all writing a letter to government agency, so you should not really repeat and unnecessarily increase the length of your letter. This point is very clear. Spell check and grammar. Check and check and check multiple times before you finalize the format. And the last point is about length. So the length of the letter in my opinion should be somewhere around 3 pages, maximum 5 pages. If it starts going beyond 5 pages, then really think what you want to cut down. So in summary, the cover letter is an important part of your PR application process. And you can convey a lot of relevant information to the immigration officer with the help of one.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel today. PR Application is a leading immigration consultancy company in Singapore.